Subai nudged his pet. Though they completed the individual hunting registration online, they still had to come down in person for the hunting team members' identity verification. "Take out your IDs," said the staff member. He handed over all 5 of their IDs. "Who is the captain and who is the vice captain?" "Subai as captain and Chen Roshue as vice captain." "Team name?" Everyone looked up at their class monitor. Chen Roshue was speechless. She was also terrible at naming things. "Oh, Omega asterisk. Oh, how about the mysterious hunting team?" she asked tentatively. "Everyone, then, the Hidden Dragons hunting team?" "Everyone. What about the 8 Desolate hunting team? Perhaps the Red Sun hunting team? I can't think of anything else. You guys can choose randomly." She felt desperate as it was so difficult for her to come up with a name. She sighed heavily. Life was just too difficult. Everyone exchanged glances. "Then, let's call ourselves the Hidden Dragons hunting team." "Don't you think we're all hidden dragons?" asked Subai. "Of course. I'm such a handsome hidden dragon for sure," retorted Yang Ju immediately. "You're shameless. You're nowhere as handsome as I am." Jiang Yang raised his chin defiantly. "Yang Ju, we're the Hidden Dragons hunting team then," interjected Subai. "Okay, but that name has been used by thousands of teams before." "It's all right." He really could not think of another name. Not long after, the staff handed back their IDs, along with 5 one-star hunter badges and 5 illustration devices with the word Hidden Dragon engraved on each. "Your registration is complete. You're now a 1-star hunting team. You can pick up the task on the mobile app and then come over to submit it," the staff member explained to them. "Thank you." Subai handed the things to the rest and said, "Let's go and see what tasks we can take while walking. The road is still quite far." There were many 1-star missions, like hunting monsters, searching for spiritual fruits, and investigating other various missions. "How about we pick up a few monster hunting missions?" he asked. After all, their main goal was to hone their pets. If they chose other tasks, they would be putting the cart before the horse. "No problem, I agree," said Chen Roshue. "Then, we're okay, too." The others nodded in agreement. "Okay, but let's not be too choosy. We'll wait to see which monsters we can hunt and then choose the corresponding mission." After discussing the mission, they began conceptualizing tactics in the field. "My pet is a small pangolin, a dual elemental of earth and fire. It can use earthquake and fireball, and its characteristic is lava. After its skill hits a target, it'll cause continuous burning damage. If it's attacked again, the damage will be ignited." Jiang Yang blinked with wide eyes as he spoke in a feminine voice. "My pet is a blade-praying mantis, a gold elemental. Its forte is good at close combat and it can use lightning chop and chain blade. Its characteristic is burial. The more severe the injury, the higher the defense, and the stronger the attack," Chen Tingting said. They were mainly explaining it for Subai. Chen Roshue and Yang Ju sparred with them yesterday, so these two already knew about their pets. "They're 2 very nice pets. I'll give you guys a little surprise once we're back." He nodded. "What surprise? I really wanna know now." Their androgynous male friend whined in a high-pitched voice. "F***CK. I'll abandon you alone in the forest this time." Subai threatened, unable to stand it. After an hour's ride, they arrived at the edge of the wild mountain in the westernmost side of Carp Town. They had already discussed their corresponding tactics while in the car. "This mountain is so dense," exclaimed Jiang Yang. "Of course, and further in is the Chinese redbud monster wilderness. Because it's dense, there'll be more monsters here. Let's go." Subai took the lead and ventured into the forest. The other 4 followed closely behind. This kind of large forested road, which no one had trekked on all year round, was very difficult to traverse, especially for Jiang Yang, Yang Ju, and Chen Tingting. Be careful." Purple Jade detected a monster ahead. After walking for a while, he suddenly shushed the others. Their group quickly slowed down their pace as they quietly walked forward. After walking for about 20 to 30 meters, they saw mid-level servant golden horn big centipede. "It's a poison monster. Who wants to take it on? Chen Bigsa and I will bring up the rear," he asked. Monsters of this level were not worth their shots but were good for the others to practice their skills. Let me do it. Jiang Yang volunteered, glancing at his pet. Let's go, small pangolin, use earthquake. The copper-yellow pangolin rushed out with a burst of spiritual energy and slapped its clawed feet on the ground. Immediately, the ground beneath the golden horn big centipede turned into a small crater, but the monster was no longer at its position. So fast. The androgynous boy was shocked. Although his pet was only a low-level servant, he did not expect the opponent to be so fast. Hiss. After dodging the attack, the golden horn big centipede was angered. It dived into the rotten leaves underground to hide its body and then quickly dug its way to the small pangolin's position. Fireball. Burn it to death, shouted Jiang Yang. Worms were afraid of fire, and if this centipede was hit, even a servant at mid-level would be seriously injured. Roar. His pet stood up and puffed out 3 consecutive fireballs. With 3 loud bangs, small pits exploded on the ground as flames scattered. However, the centipede had disappeared again. Oh, no. Dodge, small pangolin, he commanded hurriedly, for he saw the monster appearing from the side and pouncing on his pet. Hiss. The golden horn big centipede opened its blood basin of a mouth and spat black venom. It originally wanted to kill the small pangolin directly but got entangled by the sudden appearance of a vine whip. What made it panic was its extremely corrosive venom could not erode the vine whip. Small pangolin, smash him with fireball. With 3 more loud bangs, fireballs hit the golden horn big centipede's face consecutively and burned it to death directly. Sorry, I'm such a rookie. Jiang Yang hung his head low and apologized. No, you did a good job. It's just that you were too excited to command your pet and not systematic about it. Plus, wild monsters face survival tests all the time, so they're stronger than ordinary monsters. You just have to accumulate more experience. Su Bai shook his head and took out a dagger to dig out the golden horn big centipede's crystal nucleus, which was purple-black and the size of a thumb. This monster's essence and foundation of life was condensed in it. It was similar to a spirit crystal but had some differences. Many things could be obtained by refining crystal nuclei like this. The crystal nucleus of some powerful monsters even contained some intact mysterious threads, which were very useful materials once condensed. Part of the spirit crystals used now came from their veins, and a portion of those was extracted from monster crystal nuclei. They only cut off the golden horn big centipede's 2 fangs and did not take away anything else, since they had no other pets to carry their loot. In fact, just the fangs and the crystal nucleus could be sold for about 6,000 yuan. Although the remaining body parts could be sold for 3,000 to 4,000 yuan, moving around with them was too difficult. Okay. Next, Yang Ju and Chen Tingting should find 2 monsters to practice on. We're about to begin hunting down high-level servants.